Okay, so if I'm telling a dog to go to a visual touchpad, which would look something like this, I have this orange touchpad on the ground, I tell the dog to go over there, they're going over here. The clicker, or using some type of mark, allows me to tell the dog the exact moment when they were actually correct and did what I wanted them to do. So same thing, if I'm over here and I say go to your place, go to your spot, touch, whatever you call this command, the dog's not correct here, the dog's not correct here, the dog's correct here. Now the criteria, of course, could be 1 foot or both feet. So let's say it's gotta be both feet, go to your touchpad, okay, the animal goes over here. When they hear that noise, they know they're getting a reward. The clicker is a bridge between the sound and the animal doing the behavior we want. The sound happens, they know something of good value is coming to them. So what I'm using the clicker for in detection is basically the exact same thing. When the dog shows change of behavior, and again, so like I use these hot boxes as you've seen around the video. I have one box that has odor in it. It can be moved around, it can be up here, it can go, it fits in the system very well. But wherever it is, inside of this hole is essentially the touchpad. So if you can imagine if this orange thing was inside of there, that when the dog is searching, and I've done all this stuff over here, which is basically my way of giving a command, go to your touchpad. It's not, I'm saying find it or seek or search. But in a similar manner, I'm saying go to that place. Odor source is a place, in my mind, just like a touchpad. I've built in a set of cues. I've got the dog in a high state of arousal. I'm getting them ready. They go, they work. They're searching, and they're going to their touchpad. But like I said, in my mind, it's an odor touchpad. It's not a visual touchpad. They can't see it. So they're searching, 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 using their nose. Oh, I think I smell it. And there, that's where it is. That's the exact same thing as that. The precision that this allows me is very, very important. Lots of the dogs that I work with and see have several problems. If you're not using a bridge or a marker of any kind, whether it be a clicker or verbal or just any noise, you can't give that amount of precision on the dog's behavior actually being correct in 2 ways. One of them is the place. This is not a very big touchpad, but if it was smaller, you could see how the animal, you might reward the dog farther away, you know, or over here, or here, as opposed to saying, no, I want you to go right there. So the precision there, it makes a big, big difference. The other thing is that with a marker, when using a clicker, I can ask them to offer a specific behavior now that they have arrived at the place I wanted them to go. The place I want them to go is when they get into any hint of the scent cone, of the target odor, I want them to follow it again to its origin, to its source, until something physically blocks their nose. When they get there, in the beginning, I tell them, hey, that's where I wanted you to go, and they get rewarded. They don't have to offer any kind of behavior. But as time goes on, I can either build duration of that freezing behavior, which will be like many of the dogs you'll see. They'll just go to this place, the closest place to source, until there's a physical barrier, and they'll essentially turn into a statue. Or once they know that very well, I can ask them to do a sit or a down or whatever behavior I want to do them to do in the chain of behaviors after they've already gone to source. When they do that behavior, then I can tell them, hey, that's exactly what you wanted. They can break position, they can do whatever they want, and I can come in and reward them.